Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new video. A match preview of probably Arsenal's I would say biggest game of the season right now. I think the moment is in the way we're playing, the way Liverpool are playing. I think the time we find ourselves, this for me, I think is Arsenal's biggest test yet against Liverpool. And I think this is a team that I hate playing against. I just hate playing against Liverpool. I just feel like Jurgen Klopp, ever since he's come to Liverpool, just has Arsenal's number. He always manages to find a way to beat us. And even now, even though how crap Liverpool are playing, which we're going to get into, I still am so nervous for this game because I just know how much quality Liverpool have and how they can just turn up, and how this is almost a perfect game for them to state their return, that they are still in this Premier League race, in the title race. You know, they're still here. No one should forget about them. I just feel like this, it literally, if there's a script, it couldn't get more perfect than this. That against Arsenal, who are flying so high, that Liverpool are going to, you know, stamp their mark. But yeah, we're going to get into it. But firstly, I mean, if you haven't already, hit that like button and subscribe if you're new, because I'm going to probably do a match reaction for it right after the game. Hopefully we do win. But yeah, in terms of this game, Liverpool have always been Arsenal's bogey team. I mean, I'm seeing it now. In the last 5 meetings against Liverpool, Arsenal have Arsenal have won 0. It's been 4 wins and 1 draw to Liverpool. So it just shows, you know, that thing I'm talking about, how Liverpool are they just have that thing against Arsenal. They just always manage to beat us, even when they're in the worst form of their life. I remember 2 seasons ago, I think 3 during COVID, Liverpool, all the centre backs injured, come to the Emirates and they bat us 3-0. So they just have that thing against us. And the one player is Jota. But this time it's going to be different, because this time it's actually the opposite. Arsenal are coming in as favourites, where we're flying high. Liverpool are, I think they've got one win in like the last 2 wins in the last 5 games, and that comes from Ajax and Rangers. They haven't been doing so well in the Premier League, and I think it's such a good time for Arsenal to play Liverpool. I think they also are flying high right now, and I think the confidence is there, especially at the Emirates. I think the fans are going to be up for it. And I think it just sets up perfectly for an Arsenal, you know, to go get a result. And I think what's important about this game is, I think this is a game where I really do want to see Arsenal. You know, every time when Arsenal are expected to do something, we always bottle it or we always fail. For this is another test where everyone is expecting Arsenal, and we should beat this Liverpool team. We should batter them with how crap they're playing. We should destroy them. But with Arsenal, it's in these moments like this where we fail, we always tend to crumble. And this will be another test where have Arsenal actually changed, or are we just overhyped, like a lot of people are saying. So it's going to be a test to see how far we have come. For me, I think a draw would be a very disappointing result. A loss would be atrocious. It needs to be a win. The only result that is relevant here is a win. Arsenal need to go and put the final coffin in Liverpool's season, absolutely end it. In terms of how I'm feeling nervous. You know, against Liverpool, like I said, I just have that thing where they always manage to find a way to beat us. In terms of the lineup and stuff, not much injuries. We played obviously in the Europa League, we played Thursday, but a lot of our big hitters were, you know, rested up. So, you know, most of our starting 11 players who will play against Liverpool will be freshly rested, so there's no excuse for that. Liverpool, on the other hand, I actually don't know what's wrong with Liverpool. I mean, I'm looking at the team. They have some brilliant players, but I do see some weaknesses. I think Jurgen Klopp failing to rejuvenate his team in the midfield, especially in the midfield. A lot of aging players in that midfield, something where Arsenal could really expose, especially with our young players who are full of energy, the likes of Saka, Martin Odegaard, Jesus, Martinelli. I feel like these are the key players that really do need to step up on Sunday for us to get a result. Liverpool, I think, like I mentioned, it's quite strange with them, because last season they've been brilliant. I mean, yes, they didn't win, you know, the 4 trophies, the quadruple, what they were aiming for. But I mean, there was literally everything. They went literally last second for everything. I mean, you're talking about the Premier League, it could have been decided on the last day. They could have won a Champions League final. They literally pushed themselves to the max, and it's quite surprising the full you know, the downfall they've been having. And it's probably you know, benefit to us, but it's probably because, like I mentioned, Klopp hasn't rejuvenated the team. It's keeping these players like Henderson and Milner, a combined age of 60 years old in that midfield. Obviously it's they can't match with the young players' intensity nowadays, and you can really show. And with Jurgen Klopp's football, high energy, you need to be really running for presses and stuff. So obviously that's not a good combination with Henderson and Milner. But like I mentioned, it's going to be a really tough game. I think what's important is the first 30 minutes. I think if Arsenal score first, I'll be very confident. But however, I feel that if Liverpool score first, it's not a good side. I think if Liverpool score first, they will have so much confidence and they will just hit us on the counter and probably get another goal. So I think my biggest worry is for us to stay in the game and actually score a goal in the first 30 minutes. I think that is what's important. I think whoever team scores first, personally for me, I think that's the team that's going to go win. I think that team will have the more confidence. I think the other team will start attacking, whilst the team that's leading is just going to hit them on the counter. So that's one thing. And for the first time, I actually want to see Arsenal and Arteta actually impose themselves on Liverpool. I feel like for too many years, when we go to Liverpool, we play Liverpool, we always respect them way too much. I'm looking at worse teams like Brighton. No offense to Brighton, like teams like Brighton really put on Liverpool. Whilst Arsenal, for the last 2 years, however I can remember, we always go there and we just sit deep and just respect them way too much, and we impose nothing on them. I mean, the last 4 games we played against Liverpool, I'm pretty sure we scored a total of 0 goals. 0 goals. And that is because we show way too much respect to this Liverpool team. And I hope this time Arteta actually changes that and goes, actually imposes himself. I mean, he has no reason not to. We're playing in the Emirates. We're favourites for it. There is no reason for us to sit in deep and just soak in pressure like we always do against Liverpool. We need to impose ourselves, actually show we're serious, and actually get a win. That, for me, it has to be a win. A draw is not acceptable, and a loss would be atrocious. I think this is a moment, a key moment for our season, where if Arsenal win, it really shows it's a big statement, and it shows to everyone that Arsenal are serious about this Premier League this season. For me, that's what's important. We need a win. But I keep mentioning, I am wary of Liverpool, especially Jota, Salah, Nunes. They still got some quality players who can just show up. On any day they can just show up and just turn the game like that. But for me, what's important is the first 30 minutes. I think Arsenal need to impose themselves, not show Liverpool too much respect, actually go for it, take the game by the scruff of the neck. I'm looking at the likes of Odegaard, Saka, Martinez, Jesus. They really need to step up, and our defense especially, they need to step up today on Sunday, because when you're going up against the likes of Salah, it only takes one moment to switch off and they will punish you. That is how good, that is the ability that players like Salah have. So Arsenal's defense needs to be on point. And Gabriel, I don't want to single you out, but you need to be wary, because I feel like if you give away a stupid free kick, a stupid penalty, they have players that will take those chances and will be very costly. Because I feel, I'll mention again, I feel like if we concede first, it could be a very, very different game. And it needs to be a win. I'll be very disappointed if it's not a win. In terms of the prediction, that's the problem. I don't know if I can predict Arsenal to win. I feel like I've watched Arsenal for too many years just to think it's going to be this easy. Where Arsenal are just going to go roll over Liverpool. But I'm going to go for a draw. I think it's going to be a 1-1 draw. I'm confident this won't be a clean sheet. I feel like both teams will score. But yeah, I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw. Please, guys, don't let me down, Arsenal. And yeah, hopefully we get the result. But anyways, guys, that's the end of today's video. If you enjoyed it, hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll catch you guys next time.